This is my retire on $985 a month in Camiguin Island, Philippines. For those people that just learned about me, I teach you how to drop out of normal life and live the international life for half of what you probably thought possible. I was first in the Philippines 11 years ago, but had not started sharing Retire Cheap and Paradise information at that time. But now I am. I've been to 65 countries so far, and I know where to have a good time on a tight budget. You're either in charge of your life or somebody else is in charge of your life. I've done my share of dancing for others. I don't dance for anyone anymore. I'm not judging anyone that has not gotten to this place in life. I spent more time than I like taking orders from others. Those days are over for me. I intend to encourage you to cut the strings that attach to you. Being accountable to others is bearable if you have an end date in mind. If you're thinking of living the international lifestyle on a shoestring budget, you're in the right place. Everyone else wants you to slide into home base driving a Rolls Royce after hitting a home run. That's not my goal, but you need to make that decision for yourself. Maybe you're more like me. You might be happy driving an older VW camper van onto a secret beach that nobody else is talking about. Maybe you want freedom a decade or two ahead of schedule. There's a world for everyone. I wouldn't let anyone define you. Today we're talking about how to retire on $985 a month in Camiguin Island, the Philippines. But I know about 50 other of the best retire cheap destinations, link provided. Just subscribe and hang out for a few weeks to see if international retirement is for you. Camiguin Island, Philippines, cost of living. You may need to start thinking differently if you intend on retiring internationally. First, watch my video of the top 10 mistakes international retirees make. Link provided. There's no need to display wealth when you live in many parts of the world. Try to fly under the radar. Just the fact that you flew to another country to experience adventure will alone make you interesting to the locals. There's no need to embellish the details leading to your geographic freedom. I suggest you enjoy your freedom without any fanfare. Start easy and slow and keep a tight budget. Live more like a local instead of trying to create your old life in a new country. You'll not only save money on food, accommodations, and transportation, but people won't feel like you're trying to impress them. Sometimes it attracts the wrong crowd, but it never attracts the right crowd. A nice dish in a local restaurant in Camiguin Island is around 150 pesos or $3 US per person. That same dish in a tourist restaurant could easily cost 3 times as much. You may even try a food cart around the main market that serves a nice 100 peso meal. That's $2. Locals easily find middle-class one-bedroom apartments for $250 US per month. Yet if you want a high-end apartment in a new building, you could spend double or more. We show you a one-bedroom apartment in our Food and Life video that rents for 8,000 pesos per month, which is $180 US per month. The below numbers are higher than discussed in here, but that is because they are for temporary visitors by the week or night and include utilities. So you should be able to save a little money in rent and a little more by cooking at home should you meet your to find out whether or not you can meet your goal to retire at $985 a month in Camiguin Islands in the Philippines. Okay, on the web page, if you click more information below this video, it'll take you to a web page that has all this information and links I'm talking about. There you'll find an estimated cost of living table. That table has a range of it's all frugal, but a frugal in the range of someone who's willing to stay like in hostels when they're a temporary visitor, all the way to somebody like me who wants a kitchen and plans on cooking a meal a day or two and likes to have a kitchen at their disposal, so a one-bedroom apartment with a kitchen. And so the range will run from around $500 a month to $900 a month. Add a few extras and You'll get to around the range of $985 that I'm talking about. There's a free report, also linked here, how the cost of living table works, if you have any questions about that. This estimated cost of living for 1 month for one person, the range I just discussed, is for a temporary visitor. It includes rent, 2 meals per day, and local transportation. I usually only eat 1 or 2 meals per day. For a full understanding of what it would cost you to live here, visit Numbeo for Camiguin Island, link provided, and add any items that you like to spend money on that are not in the table. Never move anywhere until you have visited first personally to verify the living costs for your lifestyle and needs. I'm not guaranteeing these prices. These are just my notes and estimates from the time of my visit. Here are the livability factors I would use to determine whether or not you could retire on $985 a month in Camiguin Island, Philippines. Camiguin Island, livability factors. High means the factor is very livable. Low, it's not livable. And medium means the factor is in the middle of the spectrum. Walkability, high. You could live in the largest city on Camiguin called Mambajo and walk to everything. But chances are you would want to get out in nature and enjoy this beautiful volcanic island. So you would need to either ride a bike around or jump on one of the motorized tricycles that move people around the island for 10 pesos or 20 cents US. You could also buy a used scooter for around 500 bucks. Okay, internet, medium. Luckily we found an Airbnb place that had fast internet. The first place we stayed, links provided. So it's not impossible on the island, but it may take some effort. A lot of the places have the internet's not so good. You have to carefully read the reviews before booking. Okay, food, medium. Food was a challenge on the island if you're on a tight budget. You better learn to cook at home and only eat out a few times per week in the more expensive places. Okay, weather, high. Average day highs of 90 Fahrenheit or 32 Celsius in the month of April. Average daily lows for the year are lowest in December through February, where it's 29 Celsius or 84 Fahrenheit. The rain varies by season. In January, over 10 inches or 244 millimeters of rain falls over a 17-day period of that month, whereas in April, 4.3 inches or 109 millimeters of rain falls on an average of about 10 days of the month. Things to do, high if you're a nature lover, medium if you love city life. There's hiking, biking, swimming, snorkeling, running, boating, fishing, scuba diving, socializing. Okay, that's high if you're a nature lover, medium for city lovers. Expats, medium. The locals speak English. You'll see expats walking around, but it's mostly locals walking around. Here are some web pages of locals and expats that may have answers to specific questions you have about Camiguin Island. There's 3 links here provided. Medical, medium or maybe low if you have difficult health issues. Camiguin Island has a general hospital. It's just an island, so the services might be limited. But here's a link to 5 hospitals in Cagayan de Oro that I recommend that you ask the expats and the locals on the Facebook pages about the hospitals in Camiguin and Cagayan de Oro before an emergency happens. Okay, exploratory visa. Hi, for your exploratory visa to the Philippines, Americans in Malaysia, that's 𝐶𝐈𝐕𝐈𝐍𝐼 and I, we can obtain a 30-day free visa stamp upon arrival at the international airport. We were able to get a 29-day extension for 59 days total in less than an hour. It costs 60 US to extend to additional 29 days on top of the free 30. We needed only our passport and the money. There's no longer a picture required for the extension, but it may vary between office from what I hear. So carry passport photos with you when you wander around the planet. I'm told you can get an additional extensions of up to 6 months with some proof of solvency as time passes. As stated in my top 10 mistakes, international retirees make links provided. I recommend you spend several months here at least 3 to 6 before considering obtaining a retirement visa. Okay, retirement visas. Hi, there's a visa program for people 35 to 49 years of age if you're healthy, active, and able to deposit $20,000 in an approved Filipino retirement account. This visa allows you to live in but not invest in the Philippines. You can pay extra for dependents. You just need the money, a medical clearance, and a police clearance. The most popular visa allows investments in the Philippines and requires a larger deposit. For those 35 to 49 with a $50,000 US deposit, or those 50 years with and older with a $10,000 deposit, either of those are available if you can show an $800 monthly income for individuals or $1,000 for couples. You'll have the right to invest in the Philippines. Or if you are over 50 and you can avoid proving income with a $50,000 deposit. Okay, income requirement can be shown with Social Security Administration stating your benefit amount or other pension proof. Okay, real estate. Hi, rents are cheap. This is not professional advice, but I would not buy real estate in the Philippines if someone recommends that you do so. They probably have a conflict of interest with you. Just lease month to month. The rents are cheap. You can just hand the keys back to the landlord when you want to move to a new island or a new country. If you want to own real estate, buy in a more economically safe country like the US or Europe or whatever, and live off the rents in a cheap country like the Philippines. Hire a property manager to manage your real estate at home. Some people will tell you clever ways to get around the limitations of buying property here, but I suggest you balance their advice against what they will gain personally if you buy. Banking, kind of the same story. Medium, this is not professional advice. Leave your money in your home country bank and take money out at ATMs as you need it. If you want to store money outside your home country, don't put it in a developing country bank. Put it somewhere safe, like Switzerland or somewhere like that. If you decide to put money in the banks here to get a visa, you'll probably end up fine with that. Just understand there are higher risks here than there would be in banks in more established countries. Okay, pollution. High. Camiguin Islands is a small island on the ocean, so the air quality is amazing. Although it is not unusual to see single-use bags strewn about cities or piles of garbage in open fields in Southeast Asia. That was not a big factor here. This place is pretty clean. Okay, Camiguin Island overall desirability score, I would say high for nature lovers and medium for cultural explorers or city lovers. If you're finding any value here, could you please like it, comment, share, subscribe? Your simple act of kindness will move us up in the Google and YouTube search rankings so our business grows faster. If you'd like to learn how I fired my boss and started traveling the world, click the more information link below and grab a free copy of my ebook, How to Fire Your Boss and Travel the World. Okay, Camiguin Island facts and history. Here's some interesting Camiguin Island facts and history. Camiguin Island is located in the 𝐵𝐻𝐻 Sea, about 10 kilometers or 6.2 miles off the northern coast of Mindanao. 𝐵𝐵𝐻𝐻 is the largest town on the island. The island is famous for lanzones. It's a grapefruit type fruit, and the lanzone annual festival. The festival's in the third week of October. Spanish records indicate that Ferdinand Magellan landed in Camiguin in 1521, with the first Spanish settlement being established in 1598. A later larger Spanish settlement was founded in 1679, which was destroyed by the volcano of 1871, which was located where the old Spanish church ruins still exist that we show you on one of our tours. 𝐵𝐵𝐻𝐻, the largest town of the island today, was established by the Spanish in 1855. In the early 1900s, 𝐵𝐵𝐻𝐻 was the largest northern trading port in this part of Thailand, in Mindanao. The Americans landed on the island in 1901 during the Philippine-American War. On that day, Valero Camero became the first Philippine hero of the independence movement when he was killed resisting the Americans. In 1942, the Japanese arrived and stayed during World War II. Camiguin gained its independence from America on July 4th, 1946. The island is 14 miles long, 9 miles wide. In the last census of 2015, about 90,000 people lived here. The island's about 95% Roman Catholic. The economy consists mainly of agriculture, fishing, and tourism. Please subscribe to Vagabond Buddha or our YouTube channel to watch us move around the world, 65 countries so far. To find out about Retire Cheap in Paradise members only benefits, watch the following video on the webpage. Again, click more information, come to the webpage. All this information is here. This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. Thank you for your interest in our Camiguin Island, Philippines Retire Cheap for $900 a month information. The world is your home. What time will you home for dinner?